and welcome to Rosy Crafted Colours. Today I'm bringing you what I think is my 5th colour and chat. I'm really enjoying these videos and it's been really nice to hear that you guys are enjoying them too. I just want to say I got to 500 subscribers this week and the weekend, and wow, I never thought I'd get to 100 subscribers. That blew my mind when I got to 100. So to get to 500 is, to me, completely out of this world amazing. Thank you so much for all of you that have supported my channel, and especially the people that stick around. And you know, there's a few people that watch my videos all the time and always comment, and it means so much to me. Thank you so much. And yeah, I've made friends through colouring, and as a person who suffers with social anxiety, I don't have many friends in real life, so it means an awful lot to me to be making friends through colouring. It really does. Yeah, so thank you so much. I won't go on too much because I do have a tendency to gush about the colouring community, as you probably know, but I will just say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really mean it. Thank you so much. So I've got myself a nice cup of tea. I've got some peppermint tea. One of my favourite teas is peppermint tea, and I've got it in my Hufflepuff cup because I am a proud Hufflepuff. Just going to have a little sip of my tea and then I'll get on with whatever we're colouring. So why don't you go get yourself a cuppa or a colouring book and you can colour with me, and we can colour together. So before I actually colour, I've got my Brutfuner pencils that I've been using on the page I'm doing, and I was asked by somebody about the sharpeners that I've been using because their Brutfuners are breaking. Now I haven't had any issues with breakages with my Brutfuner, but I will show you the sharpeners that I've used that have worked. So I have this Derwent pencil sharpener, and as you can see, that works, but it doesn't give you a nice smooth point, but it does work. I have this, it says magnesium on it. It's just a generally one of those 2 slot sharpeners, and as you can see, works in the normal slot. I had a little breakage there actually. Works in the normal slot, no problems. It also works in the wider part too. There we are, just a bit shallower. And I found if I really want to, I can force my pencil into my Staedtler graphite pencil sharpener. You do have to force it. If you see, I'm getting paint coming off my pencil, and I found that sharpens them really well too. So I haven't had issues with breakages. I've had very few breakages with my Brutfuner. I've probably had maybe 2 breakages with my 72 set, and I've been swatching the 120 set, which I accidentally bought. Oops. So yeah, and I haven't had an issue with breakages yet, and that's when I found out if I just force the pencil in, it does fit into the Staedtler sharpener, and these pencils keep their point really well, so that is a nice sharpener, but it does work in my normal one. So yeah, I thought I'd just share that because somebody asked me and they were having troubles with their Brutfuner. I haven't had an issue with breakages. I don't know if maybe they've been unlucky and got a bad batch. So yeah, today I am colouring with my Brutfuners, and I am colouring a picture that I'm doing as a buddy with somebody, and it is in Fairy Touch of Magic by Klara Markova, and we're colouring. Oh, there's my Brutfuner swatch. Just move my cup of tea out of the way, it's getting in the way. And this is the page I'm colouring, which is, since I got this book, this has been my favourite page, well, one of my favourite pages from it that I've been hoping to colour soon. So I've been using Brutfuner. I've used a pink, well, it's the rose pink glitter gel pen from Colour. I like Colour gel pens because they sell refills. So yeah, also with Colour, when I got my pencils, they come in like their own pencil case, which is quite nice, and I had a few colours that were the same, so I emailed the email at the back of the box on the wrap that comes around your case, and I was emailed back almost straight away, really quickly, and they sent me out my missing gel pens. So yeah, they have really good customer service, no issues with them at all. So yeah, this is a lovely set, and I bought my set on Amazon as well, so I contacted them through the email on the back of their art supplies. So this is the picture I'm colouring. I'm happy with it so far. I'm not sure what I'm going to colour this necklace, because it looks a bit like rocks to me, but I don't really want to colour it in as rocks. I don't think it looks like gold, so I don't really want to colour it in gold. I've been trying to do like a brass colour, which I think has worked okay. I think I might colour the Dragonfly, and Dragonflies tend to be quite bright colours, and I was thinking of mine as being like a turquoise, so I think I might use 47 and maybe 47 and 55. There's quite a big change in colour there, but I don't mind that. So I'm really excited to have got the 72 set. I think they're really beautiful pencils. They have worked really well for me. So what colour did I want? I wanted 47. So here is 47, and I want 55. So 55 will be on this side. See, 55 looks like it's going to be navy blue, but it's a very dark turquoise, to be honest. Yeah, get those out of my way. Give these a little sharpen. So yeah, I bought the 120 set completely by accident. I really didn't mean to. No, I bought these pencils and I really love them. I've used them to colour a few pictures in now, and I really, really do love them. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy the 72 set. They were under 30 UK pounds. You know, it's very cheap. So I bought them, and they are here, and I'm slowly swatching them. I'm just swatching them in the order they came in instead of putting them in an order, because I'm being, oh see, I've had a breakage. I never have breakages, and I've just had one to make a liar of myself. So yeah, I absolutely love these pencils, and I really wanted the big set. So I'm getting breakages. I've not had breakages with these pencils before. It's so funny that I'm getting breakages with one of my pencils, and I haven't been suffering with breakages before. So that's fine now. Maybe I've dropped them. I do drop things quite a lot. So I'm gonna use this as my shade for my Dragonfly. Yeah, I love these pencils so much. So I've got the 120 set, as I was just saying, and I've missed a bit of yellow there. Let me just get my yellow. And if you would like, I can do a review of the 52 set. I mean 72 set, the 120 set. And what I thought would be quite interesting would be to do a review and mark off what pencils come in the 72 set compared to the 120 set. What was quite nice about the 120 set is that although the trays are flimsy, they're not the best quality trays inside the I'm going to just turn this just so I can colour a bit easier. They're not the strongest cases, but in the big set they've got little like elastic holders at the side, like you get in some of your better pencils, which makes it so much easier to lift the trays out, which means I might actually leave them in the trays. I think I might actually do that. So yeah, if you'd like me to do an updated review of the larger set, I'm pleased to do that. I could colour a picture with them and try and use some of the colours that aren't in this set, in the 72. Yeah, they're really lovely, and I know a few people have bought them recently and told me how much they're enjoying using them too. So they're quite surprisingly good. I can't believe just how good they are. You know, I heard a few people before they brought out the new version saying how great they were, but they didn't work on Amazon Creative Space paper, which put me off a little bit because I want pencils that work on Creative Space paper, really. So that is all the Dragonflies already coloured. look at me colouring things in at speed. Yeah, so I really am proud. I've just noticed there's a little bit of where I've got gel pen and it's missing. It's on this bit of ribbon here. There we go. So yeah, I'm really pleased with them, and a few people that watch my channel have bought them, so I hope they're pleased with them too. Now, I want to colour the building, but I'm not really sure what colour, and I wanted it not to be too thingy, too in your face, and it looks a bit like it's made from like clay or something like that, you know, like a mixture of some sort of clay or something. So I was thinking of doing these warm greys. I think that would look quite nice. So if I get number 67 and 65, that could work out really well, I think. I just dropped a book, if you're wondering what the crash was. So I've got those two, and I might just take a lighter colour. I think I'll take 64 because I want the house not to be too dark. So my dark is 67, my medium is 65, and my light is 64. And again, these need a little bit of a sharpen. Yeah, so I'm quite happy to do an extra review of these pencils of the 120, and I think if I did, I'd colour in Create Space paper just to show you that they really do work in Create Space paper. I've coloured in a picture with Create Space from the Amazon printed paper with them, and I'm really happy with them, really am. So I've got my pencils in order, so hopefully this colourway is going to work nicely. Yeah, so I really do enjoy the Brutfuner pencils. I don't, just to reiterate, I don't make any money from reviewing them. I haven't been sent them. I've bought them with my own money, and it is my honest review, and I will always give you my honest review. It might tend to be that my reviews are quite positive, but that is more because I am careful with what I buy. So if I'm going to be buying a book, I really do try and buy books that I think I'm going to like. So I'm not just being eternally positive about everything. I really am just reviewing things that I love, you know. And if I really dislike something, I will say, but generally I like the things I buy because I'm careful with what I choose. So I found with these, at first I was trying to use them like they were like Prismas because they're quite soft, but they work better when you are layering. I'm not sure about these colours. I mean, I'm there now. It's getting done, so can't really change it. But I don't really want the building to stand out too much. I want her to stand out and her little lobster friend. I was going to paint that, I was going to colour that as a crayfish, which would have been blue, and I think that would have been cool, but there's not really, I just think it would have been quite jarring to have the blue in the middle of the page. So I thought just do it as a lobster then, because I think it looks more like a crayfish. Are lobsters red before they're cooked? I'm not sure. So silly, like you probably think, what an idiot asking something like that, but I'm not sure. Not sure at all. So, yeah, I've been watching You on Netflix because a few people advised me that I would like that program, and it's really good, and I'm so glad I've started watching it. I really am enjoying it. It's really odd because he is not a good person, but you find yourself sort of rooting for him in a weird way, like you start, like, because the whole program is like narrated within his head, really, you know, you start to sort of understand where he's coming from, and even though he's like a crazy sort, I'm not going to give everything away, but he's like he's stalking her really, and you start to be like, well, yeah, I hope she should be with him, you know. And yeah, honestly, if you kind of like psychological thrillers and things like that, you should give it a go. It's really good. I'm so glad I've started watching it, and it was only through people that colouring friends that I decided to watch it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's a great program. I really am. One moment, just have to. There we go. Sorry, I just had to check something. So I really am enjoying that, and which is really funny because the main character he was Dan in Gossip Girl, which used to be one of my real guilty pleasures. I really enjoy Gossip Girl. I've watched it so many times, but Dan's character, I found him very irritating, and I haven't brought my brush with me, so I'm just going to have to be really careful with brushing off these. I'm not sure about the colour I've used for the stone. I don't think it's working very well, but there's not much else I can do about this because I've gone for it. But I do want it to fade into the background, and that is going to fade into the background. It's not going to be vying for attention. Yeah, so when he was in Gossip Girl, I didn't like him at all. I found him to be very irritating, and in this he's a completely different person. It put me off it because it was him, the actor. I can't think of the actor's name, but it's definitely worth watching. Yeah, definitely worth watching. And on recommendations of people from my channel, I decided to get the audiobook of Throne of Glass by Sarah J Maas, and I've been listening to that, and I put it on to listen to, and I was instantly hooked. Can't remember the main character's name, but I am totally hooked on her. I think she sounds like a really cool like tough heroine. I like books where there are strong female leads, you know. I don't really want to read a book where, you know, it's a girl and she's very insipid and she's, you know, just after looking for a guy and she's got nothing about her. I don't think any of us need to really read that. It's fine if you want to read that, but I think it's better for us as women to be reading and seeing on TV strong, capable women. It's just what we need. I'm all for female empowerment, so books like that really do encourage us to think of women differently, especially the fact that it is really a book, I think, aimed at teenagers. I think it's a young adult book, and I really like that. I like that now books are championing women with strength. I remember like Twilight coming out, and I read Twilight back in the day, and I enjoyed it back in the day. I've reread it as an adult, and well, as an older adult, and I have to say I find it quite problematic in places, but please don't be insulted if you really enjoy Twilight and I'm saying bad things about it. But it's the fact that Elizabeth Swann in it, she's so... Is it Elizabeth Swann? Is that her name? I don't know if her name's Elizabeth Swann. I think it might be something else. Anyway, it's just that she is so infatuated with Edward's character, and when he disappears, she ceases to exist as a person in the second book. And I just really dislike when a woman cannot be has not shown as strong, because women are strong. So I think as an adult I see that book differently than what I saw when it first came out. I think I was in my late teens when that book came out, and I was very much into what was being sold to me there. But as an adult, I don't see it the same way, to be honest. But you know, it's not to say it's not a great book, and if you enjoy it, please don't allow me to, don't be upset by the fact that I don't enjoy it anymore. Yeah, but it's nice to read something, or as I'm saying, listening to something where it is a strong female lead. I'm still reading The Mime Warder, the second Bone series book by Samantha Shannon, and Paige that is in that is a very strong female character. She stands on her own 2 feet. She's full of strength and power, and yeah, it's what we need. We need to see women of strength and power. It's what I want. I have a 13-year-old daughter, and it's what I want her to see. I want her to see women empowered and full of strength. So yeah, I went a bit off on like a feminist tangent then, didn't I? Hope I wasn't too preachy. I just think that women should empower each other, you know? We should hold each other up. Yeah, that's looking okay. It's looking okay, isn't it? It's by no means amazing. I'm looking forward to colouring the apple, but I want to look at the picture of an apple before I actually colour it or put an apple in front of me, because I want to get it sort of right. And I coloured an apple in the Christina Caron Fantasy and Fairies book, and I was really pleased with it. It looked like the apples that we owned. I sort of got an apple out, and well, the apples we had, we don't have them anymore, obviously they'd be off by now. So I was really proud how that apple turned out, so I would like to make sure to take my time and get the apple really coloured and well. I know there's a Chris Cheng tutorial where she's colouring in an apple in one of these books as well, I think. And oh wow, her colouring is wow. She colours beautifully. I find it hard to follow her tutorials because I do like to watch videos where people are speaking, and obviously there's probably some sort of language barrier, so she decides not to speak. But her tutorials, her colouring is amazing. I just find it hard to follow tutorials when there is nobody talking, because I find that a little bit, not boring, but I like to be able to hear something too, not just music. But yeah, her tutorials are amazing, aren't they? She colours so beautiful. Sometimes I just put her speed colourings on and watch her speed colourings. And usually she does the tutorial and then she puts up a speed colouring too with the same picture. And my gosh, that woman is talented. She colours beautifully. She adds some realism really well to things. There's so many wonderful YouTubers that just do like tutorials. There's like, I probably forget people. There's is it Julia's Passion for Pencils or something like that is her name, or something like that. And there's Zucchini Kitty, she does great tutorials. And who else? There's somebody else, and it's on the tip of my tongue and I can't remember. Oh, Elena, she does beautiful tutorials as well, really lovely ones. And it takes so much time to do those. They work really hard to do those things. So well done to those women for doing that. I think the wall works okay. I'm not sure what I'm going to do to the roof. I didn't know whether to make it like a brass roof, like the sort of metal that I've made. Don't know whether to do that. Yeah. I had a lot of nice feedback recently on my videos. I did have like one sort of constructive criticism, and it was about my lighting, and today is quite an overcast day. I do have a light, it's not a great one, and I will try from now on to film videos in the day, because the ones that where the lighting isn't good are nighttime videos, and that's not great. It just means that I might not be able to do as many videos because it's finding the time. But yeah, and also about me not coming in very close to do close shots. Now, I have actually bought myself a daylight lamp, so that might help with the lighting situation. But I am just somebody who's doing this as a hobby. I'm not doing this professionally in any way, so I'm not going to be like investing huge amounts of money into something that one is I'm just doing it for free. Do you know, I'm not making money on this, and nor do I intend to really. To make money on YouTube, I think you need to be like a huge YouTuber. So I just think I'm not going to invest a huge amount of money into something that I'm just doing for fun. I'm doing it for pleasure. I'm doing it for the community and all those things. But I will be mindful of whether it's dark out and stuff. And I will try to remember that if you're very far away from me on the camera, you can't see what I'm doing. So when I do do some tutorials, I will try to bring my camera down so you can see what I'm doing. For the sake of my like colouring chats or like flip throughs, I don't think that's very it's not so important. It's more important that you can see the whole book. But when I do come to doing some tutorials and things, which I do have some planned, or colour alongs, I will be mindful of bringing the camera in a little closer, just so you can see what I'm doing a little better. So on the subject of colour alongs, is there any book in particular anyone would like me to do a colour along in? I do own quite a lot of books, and I have started doing my colouring collection, so it is out there for you to see what books I have. But yeah, I would like to do a colour along where we colour a little bit. It might be a weekly colour along, or if I have the time, it could end up being something like I might post it in, you know, a couple of days time or something, but it might be a weekly one. So if anyone has any thoughts on books they think would be really good to be doing a colour along in, please let me know, because I'm really scratching my head about it. I'm not sure. I don't want to be doing it in a book and then people having to go and buy that book, so I want to do it in a book that a lot of people have. So yeah. So the water, I want to try and get like a pond colour. I don't want it to be bright blue, but then I don't want it to look disgusting because it's not pond coloured. Oh, what do I do? I'm going to leave the water for now, and I'm going to work on the banks of the sand. So I think like the sandy bank here should be number 20, which I think I actually have out already. So let me find it in my pencils here. 21, nope. Is that the little one? That's 59, that's metallic. There we go, number 20. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly shade in like a dirt bank here for the sand. So there are little stones which I might pick up with some grey, and there are some little bits of grass, but I think what I might do is just have those little bits of grass poking through on their own. Maybe make it a little bit greener here, because it looks quite green there. It looks like there's a lot growing. So yeah, so I've been working on something that there was a little thing on Instagram, and it was 8 facts about you. So it could be like fun facts, serious facts and stuff. So I mixed it up, and there was some serious facts of like things about like my mental health conditions and things like that I have, and you know, just little things about me. But the other thing I did mention was I really want to create my own colouring pages. I used to really enjoy art when I was younger. I really did, and up until a few years ago when I suddenly lost my confidence in my own skills, I was always drawing. I'm really known for it, you know, most of my friends know me as, you know, the drawer, and I lost my confidence, and I don't know how, but since I've took up colouring, I've had this urge to create my own colouring pages, and possibly maybe the goal would be to make my own book one day. So I pulled out some of my artworks that I've drawn before, and I've been working on one that is an older page, and I've created what I hope is a nice page. It's my own style. I've shared it with a couple of family members and one friend who knows who she is, and she gave me her honest feedback. So I'm really nervous about this because I don't want to put something out there that you all dislike, but I'm hoping to get that onto Etsy soon. And yeah, I'm really nervous about it, but I think it'd be really nice. It'd be something that I've wanted to do for quite a long time, and it would be like a validation that I'm not bad at colouring, because drawing, sorry, because I lost my confidence, and I don't know why, because I was that child that always had a pencil in their hand as a child. I was the one that was always drawing no matter what, and something knocked me, and I don't know what it was. I think it went hand in hand with when I had my big, like, a mental health breakdown. I lost confidence in myself with a lot of things, an awful lot of things, and I don't know, I really would love to share my own artwork with the world, so to speak. And yeah, I'm really nervous about it, and I haven't really shown many people. I've shown my partner, my daughter, my mum and her partner. They're the only people that I've shown this piece of artwork that I've worked on, and one friend, on a really close friend on Instagram. And I really think it's time for me to be brave and try to share something like that with the world, because I know I'm not a bad artist in my head. I know I'm not. I know, because, you know, I went off to college. I got distinction at college for my artwork, and I went to uni. So I got into uni obviously because I had some sort of skill. I don't mean to be big-headed. I really don't mean to be big-headed. I hope it doesn't come across that way. But yeah, I would really love to share some artwork with you. I think I'm going to hopefully put something on Etsy within the next week or so. It's whether I just get the confidence to do it. I mean, would any of you be interested in seeing that? You know, maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you think just stick to your colouring, love. Just stick to your colouring. That's what we're here for. We don't care about your artwork. Sorry to go on a little bit there about that. It's just something I've wanted to do for a long time. So it feels to me like now is the right time to give that a go. My confidence is, I'm not very confident about my skill level with my colouring and things like that. But recently I've had a lot of people that are raising my confidence no end. You know, some beautiful people here on YouTube and on Instagram who have, you know, have told me that actually, no, your colouring is beautiful and you should be more confident about it. And yeah, it means a lot to me that people would take the time to raise my confidence that way, because I'm not very confident. I'm not a confident person at all. I'm quite a shy person, really. As I said, I suffer with social anxiety, so being confident enough to share with people my own art is quite scary. Like, I compare myself an awful lot to other people, and it's something I'm trying not to do, but I think it's my anxiety that makes me like that. I get quite anxious and I get in my own head a lot, so yeah, I'm hoping to do that. But let me know what you think. Would you be interested in seeing my little sort of art style, to see my little, you know, my friend on Instagram mentioned that my art style is quite reminiscent of Klara Markova. It's quite reminiscent of her style, which, yeah, I kind of see that actually. And then she said that, but it's not copied. That's been my style, like my signature style when I was in college and university. It's just the way I've always illustrated women. Yeah. So I wasn't insulted by that, by the way. That's a huge compliment, because Klara Markova's work is stunning. You know, it is stunning. So I found that to be quite the compliment, to be honest. So please don't feel like I'm saying, no, I can't possibly be having the same art style as Klara Markova. Her artwork is beautiful, so it is quite a compliment to be compared to her in any way. So yeah, so I've talked about that for a while. You probably don't want to hear any more about that. You're probably bored of hearing it. I'm liking how this page is going. I think it's looking really pretty. I'm really enjoying this page. So I hope you're all well. Is everybody well? I've been suffering a little bit with my sciatic pain. It's been quite difficult to move, so I've been suffering with that a little bit, which has made colouring difficult, because sitting for a long time has been painful. You know, in one position is a little painful, but moving is also painful. Whenever I get back pain, I seem to get headaches at the same time, so I've had headaches too. So at the moment I'm feeling like an old lady. Back pain and plenty of headaches. I'm feeling old before my time. But you know, we muster on, don't we? We muster on. Yesterday I did my second scroller box video, and I've had some really good feedback from that, which is really nice. From my past scroller box one to the first one I did in January, and from this one already. And I'm really thankful for people that are, you know, being so pleasant to me and so nice to me and saying how much they like my colouring. And it was the first time I have ever used watercolours or paints in, well, it wasn't watercolours, it was actually acrylic, but I was using it as watercolour. It's the first time I've used paint in a colouring book, so I was really nervous about doing that. So I'm really pleased with it. It turned out really well. Really well indeed. Looked really pretty. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for people that are being really supportive of that little sort of, I'm going to say series, little, you know, collection of videos I'm making. I'm really enjoying it, especially seeing as I'm using supplies I don't usually use. Like last month it was alcohol markers and graphite pencils, which I've not used in a colouring book. I've never used a graphite pencil in a colouring book. and then this time it was acrylic paints, and what else was it? There was a paint marker, which I use regularly, paint markers, but it was a different brand, which was nice to know there's another brand other than just Bosca. And one of those Koi Noir magic pencils where it's got different lead colouring in the one lead. That was fun to use. To be honest, on the picture I could have done without the pencil, but it still worked really well, and it was interesting to use something that I probably wouldn't have used otherwise. I can't see myself buying them, having bought them. Maybe I'd buy them now, but I couldn't have seen myself buying them before. So it was quite interesting to see, to use different materials that I don't usually use. I know a couple of people that watch my channel have decided to buy scrawler rocks. So if any of you have, let me know what you think. Let me know if you enjoy the box. I really do, and I don't know if there is colourists that already use it, but I haven't seen a colourist use them within their art books, within their colouring books before. So that it was quite fun to use it in that way. Yeah, so that is something I'm really enjoying making YouTube videos, to be honest. But I'm really enjoying that one because it's, you know, it's really boosting my creativity in my books, because I will go for pencils any day of the week. You give me a page to colour and it's probably going to be pencils 100% of the time, because I love my pencils very much. So it's fun to be using materials that I otherwise might not use, you know. So I'm going to bring this out and shade it out, and hopefully be able to not make it look too weird when I want grass to end, because I don't want it to be grass unless I take the grass up to here. I want this bit to be the sandy stuff, because I want it to look like she's got like a sand path to the little sort of beachy bit that she's got here. Just gonna have a little sip of my tea. My throat's getting a bit dry. I love peppermint tea, one of my favourites. So yeah, really enjoying doing my YouTube videos, really am. Really enjoying talking to you guys as well, you know, the people that do chat to me. I'm really enjoying it. This is, I don't know if I said before, but this is a buddy colour with somebody who approached me from YouTube, and she's finished hers. She finished hers quite a few days ago. I am really slow, so if you ever want to do a buddy colour with me, you have to be aware that I colour slowly. There are certain books that I am actually getting quicker with, and you know, with the scrawler box, because I painted, that was really quick, so that was fun to do and fun to try and, you know, get a little quicker. But yeah, as long as you don't mind that I can be quite slow, I'm probably going to finish the page after you. Then yeah, I'm quite happy to do colour alongs with people, but as long as you just are aware that you're probably going to be waiting for me a little bit before you can post your before I can post your picture, and you know, we post each of us pictures. So yeah, as long as you don't mind that. Had an awful lot of entries for my year-long colour along, which is, you know, gonna plug it because why not? Colouring Spooky 2021, and I'm blown away by the support I've been receiving, because I was hoping, you know, a couple of people might join every month. You know, if I'd got maybe 20 people joining within the month, I think I would have been really pleased. But I'm well over 100 people now. I don't know the exact number, but I think I got to 100 before my January video ended, and I am blown away by that. Blown away by the support. The colouring community is just so supportive, isn't it? You know, I've found support from so many people and so much love. I've made lovely friends too, people that are just lovely. Do you know, YouTube as well as Instagram is full of wonderful people. I mean, I do get those, I think Emma mentioned them in her colour, Emma Colours and mentioned it in her colour, body colour, not body colour, her colour and chat too. I get those links, and they're obviously to dirty websites, and I just try and delete them as soon as I can. If I see one come up, I delete it. They don't write anything vulgar or rude. I just don't want anyone to see a link and click on it off my off my comments, you know, so just be aware that that happens. It was something I wasn't expecting to happen. So yeah, that was quite surprising. It wasn't an expected thing that I thought would ever happen. But it does, and you just delete them. I haven't had any negativity at all, which is lovely. And I mean, you know, people do get negative people, you know, being not nice to them, and it's something I'm aware happens, and I'm quite steeling myself up for, because if it happens to me, I will hopefully not take anything to heart that, you know, people that just want to be cruel are saying. But also, I am one of those people that if someone says something, you know, if you're in a room full of people and someone says something and it's not very nice, I instantly think it's about me. So, which is, you know, because of my anxieties. So, yeah, I don't know if I would really ruminate on what someone has said and take it to heart. I think the important thing is not to take it to heart and not to listen to it. It's just whether I'd be able to. But so far, that hasn't been a problem for me, and I'm hoping, you know, this is a positive part of the internet, the colouring community, so I'm hoping it doesn't happen, to be honest, because the colouring community is lovely. It really is. You really are beautiful people, honestly. You are beautiful, beautiful people. You've got wonderful souls. The colouring community is just filled with complete kindness and love. It really is. Yeah. And also, I've been made safe by the colouring community, because one of my viewers, she pointed out that my fire alarm, my smoke alarm, needed its batteries changing because it was driving her dog potty every time it beeped. And it's one of those things that you're like, oh yeah, I must do that, and then you'll forget. You'll forget. And she reminded me about that, and then that day it gave me the oomph to go out and buy the 9-volt battery I needed. Luckily her dog is thankful that I have stopped having a beep in my video, because every time she was watching my videos her dog was going crazy. So I apologise very much for driving your dog completely potty and up the wall. So I like the colour of this grass. I like this because this is like a very springy type picture. I envision it to be sort of springtime. So I'm not sure what colour I'm going to be painting the water lilies. I don't really want to do them pink and yellow, even though pink and yellow is quite prevalent on my picture so far. I think I might do them lilac maybe, or blue. It depends on the pond water, because I do really want the pond water to look more like a stream, you know, that you would see in the UK. Not beautiful crystal blue water, but it might end up being blue. I mean, I've done the sky blue, so it might be tricky to make them look different. I've seen this page coloured by so many people, and I've seen it coloured beautifully. I especially love one that I saw. I can't think of the person's name off the top of my head, and they'd done this bit like sunset colours, and it was just beautiful, really gorgeous. There is such talent out there and creativity that blows my mind. It really does. So that is a sort of little, I've tried to gradiate it a little by using yellow to I think that works okay. Just need to remember these aren't Prismas, and you can't just smush colour on them and it be okay. So I've got my little dirt path to do here. I might just get my grey out and do a little bit of the rocks that are on the grass. So there we go. I'm not going to colour every single rock, and I would be here forever if I felt like colouring every rock, but it'd be nice to pick up a few of them and make them look a little bit different from the rest. So you can layer these up. They do layer on top of each other. It's not I tend to work from dark to light usually, so that's something I have to remember, because some of these pencils, they need to be layered up in a certain way, don't they, you know, to work. So here is my little sandy path, little dirt path. I'm just going to put them a bit more dark up here. I think that'll look nice. Yeah. I'm liking how this picture looks. I think it looks really nice, and these Brutfuners are working lovely on this paper. I haven't yet put them on a paper and thought, you do not work on this paper. Whereas, you know, usually your pencils work on one type of paper but not another. I've just bought the, been looking for them for a while, but they're quite hard to get hold of in the UK. The Colours of the World Crayola set. So I just got them, and I got them from a shop in the UK. I don't know if they have this in America, called Argos. So I had to buy them as like a set where it came with a Crayola colouring book, which I won't be using, and my daughter doesn't want either, so I'm going to send it on to a niece or nephew. And it came with the wax crayons as well. It was the only way I could get it. I couldn't find it anywhere else in the UK, and I'm thinking of doing a video with them. I'm also thinking of, it's really inspired me to have a go of using wax crayons in one of my books. So if that's something you'd be interested in seeing me have a play around with some wax crayons in my book, I would like to do that. If anyone's interested, let me know. I do have a set of Crayola coloured wax crayons, but because I have the skin colours now, that means I could colour a person. And I'm thinking of doing a page in my Mystic Art Mirrors Beautiful Creatures book and seeing how it goes. But if you'd like me to do that on camera, I'm really happy to. You can watch my struggles, which will probably be quite fun to see, is me struggling a little. Yeah. I'm really interested in trying new things. I have something on order that I want to try in a colouring book as a video. You know, I want to do a sort of series of trying things that I wouldn't usually use. I think that could be quite fun, you know, to try things different that I wouldn't usually pick up, or that colourists don't usually use in their books. I'm trying to think a little bit more outside the box, just to have some fun. I like to have a bit of fun with my colouring, you know. I'm not really a mixed media kind of person. A lot of colourists, they work beautifully doing mixed media. Quite a few colourists that are on YouTube, like, you know, Kirsty Colouring Sketch, she does beautiful, that's black, not grey. She does beautiful mixed media, and so does Colour Me Stress Free. They work really a lot with mixed media. And then you've got Lucy Just Adds Colour, who does really beautiful pictures with the Derwent pastel pens, and I haven't used them. The thing is, with the pencil, things that leave a lot of dust, is you need to do a fixative on them, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing. So if anyone's got any tips about using fixatives and stuff like that on your colouring books, let me know, because I'm really interested to try something new in my books. So my page is looking nice. I'm just having a little sip of my tea. I've left this flower. Let's colour that flower in. I think it's looking lovely. I think the bits that I've added are looking really, really nice. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the roof. I'm not sure whether to do it this like brassy tarnished brass colour I've made, or to do it like a painted tin roof, because it looks like a tin roof to me. It might be meant to be wood, but I feel like it's a tin roof. So what shall I do with it? What shall I do? So I've got my apple left to do, I've got my lilies, water lilies left to do, I have my necklace, my water. There's not a huge amount left to do now. I think I'm going to do it with the, let's make it a tin roof, why not? Let's make it a tin roof. So I think I used those, and I used the dark brown. I believe I used more colours than this, but I can't remember the other colour I used. So I'm using number 23, which is a dark brown. Just give that a sharpen. Sorry about that, blowing away. And I'm going to use number 20, which is a light brown. I got a breakage there. Oh, it's because I'm sharpening on the wrong side. I think because I was sharpening the lead a different shape, it broke. Got another one there, nice sharpen. This one is sharp enough. So yeah, let's do this as a tin roof. So I'm using 23, 20 and 59, which is the metallic pencil. I'm trying to use my metallic pencils because I'm finding that I don't use them, and I think a lot of us don't really use the metallic pencils very often, and I'm trying to add them into my golds, even though you don't need to use a metallic pencil to make golds and bronzes and things, but I just want to use them. I want to use them, otherwise they're going to be sitting unused. So I'm not too happy with this like a bronzy colour that I've created, but it's okay. I really like colouring metal and metal shades. So I'm going to fade that out to nothing, and then when I come down I want there to be a glint on there, so let's bring this down a little. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to bring it down in case you can't see. There we go. So yeah, I wanted like a bronzy effect, and I think I've got a lot of these golds you get look more bronze than gold when you actually do use them. So there we go. It looks metal-ish. It's not perfect, but I don't look for perfection. I look for progress. That's my biggest saying. I say it to my daughter all the time. We're not looking for perfection. We're looking for progress. You know, because there is such a thing on us nowadays to be perfect, and we're not perfect. We're human. My ring is getting in the way. I'm liking that. It's not perfect, but as I said, what is perfection? That looks really nice. So I've been probably talking to you for a very long time now, and before I do the end of my video, I just want to say a few people have mentioned that they would like to see me finish a page on my channel, you know, to completely finish my page. So I was wondering, and Emma Coloured's 2020 does this, so sorry if she feels like I am slightly copying her here. I sort of am a little bit, but only because I've been asked. Would you like me to choose a page that I only colour in my colour and chat so that you can see the progress that I make? Or, you know, so you can see the picture from start to finish. Would you like that, or are you happy to do what I've been doing so far when I'm just picking what I'm working on right now? Or should I do a mix? Should I do, you know, what I'm working on and also maybe do I think I'm going to take that out. I don't like that glint. You can really see that this pencil is metallic. It's really glittery. Like it's got a little shimmer. Yeah, so if you'd let me know what you would prefer, I can think about doing it the way you would prefer, you know? Would you like to see me have just a page that I'm working on within our colour and chats? Or are you happy for me to carry on the way I am? Or maybe even just a mixture. Maybe sometimes I'm doing a page that I'm doing on my colour and chats. And then maybe sometimes I'm just doing whips and things, you know? I am hoping to do some colour along soon with you. So that might be enough if that's what you prefer. You know, you might just want to buddy colour with me, well, colour along with me as a YouTube colour along. That'd be quite fun. So yeah, let me know what you think, because this isn't just my channel, it's anyone who watches, it's your channel too. So yeah, I'm gonna stop and let you all go off. I hope you enjoyed my colour and chat. So I'm going to finish with what I'm going to do every week, which was something my friend Rebecca said would be a really good idea, how to end my videos, which was to tell you some favourites. So I'm telling you a random favourite every week, and my random favourite this week is my favourite food. So be sure to share your favourite food with me. So my favourite type of food, like from a country, certain country's food, is Mexican food. But my favourite food, completely savoury food, is lasagna. So Italian lasagna. I really love lasagna, but my favourite food overall would be Mexican food. I think it's really delicious. I like a little bit of spice in my food, and I find that really delicious and tasty. But yeah, lasagna is my favourite. If we go for a meal and there's lasagna on the menu and I know it's going to be a decent lasagna, I'm probably going to pick that because I really enjoy it. I've had some bad lasagnas in my day though. I've had some icky ones that just weren't nice, but I love lasagna. And my favourite sweet food by far is ice cream. I love ice cream, and I have a soft spot for Ben & Jerry's birthday cake flavour ice cream. It is delicious, so tasty. So yeah, that is my favourite sweet food. And my favourite chocolate, I have two. One of them is Cadbury's whole nut chocolate. So it's a bar of dairy milk chocolate which has big whole hazelnuts in it, in case you don't sell that in the country that you're in. And also Ferrero Rocher. If somebody buys me Ferrero Rocher, they are gone very quickly because I absolutely love them. So they are my random favourites. So maybe you could share with me your favourite savoury food, your favourite sweet food, and maybe your favourite chocolate bar would be interesting to know. So thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. I'm just going to get some white and see if that helps that. But no, that ruined it. That made it go grey. Oh well. It doesn't look too bad. It's only a roof. Yeah, so thank you very much for joining me to do my colouring chat. I hope this was interesting enough for you. I've waffled on for a very long time. So thank you very much, and happy colouring whatever you're colouring. Bye!